Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our regularly scheduled commission meeting, Wednesday, April 22nd, 2026. The time is now 6:05. Madam Clerk, roll call.
Commissioner Irvin,
Here.
Vice Mayor Kelly,
Present.
Commissioner Santiago,
Here.
Mayor Taylor.
Here, we have our invocation by our Assistant City Manager, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance by our Chief of Police, in that order. To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, Madam Clerk, I see we have no awards, proclamations, or acknowledgements at this time.
No, Mr. Mayor.
All right, so we're going into the approval of the consent agenda. Do we have any deletions, deferrals, or pulls at this time? I'll start.
Yes, sir.
I would like to defer item number 10, which is my item, so I defer item number 10. Any other pulls, deletions, or deferrals at this time?
Can I pull number 11? And I like to pull for discussion or comment of, I think that's from two to 7 regarding about change order for Cairo Lane.
Through 8.
2 through 8. Thank you.
I would
Yeah.
I would like to pull number 9.
Okay. All right, so for the record, Vice Mayor?
I don't have a pool. I just want to, you may have already, so I don't want to overstep. I know we had some challenge before with the translator person for that item, so I don't know if it's possible, it's under your purview as the chair. We can make sure we move that up enough so we don't get caught up in that challenge.
We have a translator.
Yes.
Yes, because it's on the agenda.
What's the stop, Madam Manager?
8 p.m.
8 p.m.?
Yes.
Okay, all right, we can.
That's up to you and the sponsor. I just want to make suggestions so we have enough time,
All right.
so we don't have that challenge of translation if it comes to that.
Yeah, well, in case that we be early and they're not here, it's fine. But let's see.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, so for the record, duly noted, Vice Mayor. For the record, I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 that is pulled by Commissioner Santiago. Number 9 by Commissioner Irvin. Number 10 was deferred, and number 11 by Commissioner Santiago.
Thank you.
It's number 11.
Set the agenda.
All right. Can I get a motion?
11.
Can I get a motion?
Move it.
Moved by Commissioner Santiago,
Second.
second by Vice Mayor Kelly. Madam Clerk, roll call.
Commissioner Irvin,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kelly,
Yes.
Commissioner Santiago.
Yes.
Mayor Taylor.
Yes.
Motion passes 4-0.
All right. Can I get a motion to approve tonight's agenda?
Move it.
Moved by Vice Mayor Kelly,
Second.
second by Commissioner Irvin. Madam Clerk.
Vice Mayor Kelly,
Yes.
Commissioner Santiago,
Yes.
Commissioner Irvin,
Yes.
Mayor Taylor.
Yes.
Motion passes 4-0.
All right. Can I get motion to approve the minutes from City Commission and Charter Review Board Workshop, April 6, 2026?
Move it.
Moved by Commissioner Irvin,
Second.
second by Vice Mayor Kelly. Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Santiago.
Yes.
Commissioner Irvin,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kelly,
Yes.
Mayor Taylor.
Yes.
Motion passes 4-0.
I would like to entertain a motion to approve the minutes from the regular commission meeting, April 8th, 2026.
Move it.
Moved by Vice Mayor Kelly,
Second.
second by Commissioner Irvin. Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Irvin,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kelly.
Yes.
Commissioner Santiago.
Yes.
Mayor Taylor.
Yes.
Motion passes 4-0.
All right, moving on to item number 9, Madam Clerk, do we have any District 1, District 2, or state reports at this time?
No, Mr. Mayor,
And
we
no
do
public
not.
presentations at all, right?
No.
All right, because now we're moving into our citizens forum. Madam Clerk, can you please state for the record how to participate in citizens forum?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Good evening. City of Opa-locka Commission meetings are held in person at the Opa-locka Government Center, City Commission Chambers, 780 Fisherman Street, Opa-locka, Florida. Members of the public wishing to address the commission may do so in person or virtually. Those persons wishing to participate virtually should register prior to the scheduled meeting time on the city's website at www.opalockafl.gov. When speaking before the commission, please make sure to give your full name and address for the record. There is a 3-minute time limit for public comments. Please adhere to the decorum policy, which is a part of the commission meeting agenda. City commission meetings are City commission meetings are aired through live stream at www.youtube.com/user/City of Opa-locka. And Mr. Mayor, at this time, we do not have any virtual public comments.
Okay, citizens forum is open.
Good evening, members of the commission, honorable guests, members of Opa-locka. My name is Andrew Herman, 1770 Opa-locka Boulevard. I'm here tonight to briefly discuss, Pine Tree Lake. It's my understanding that if we can somehow find a way to maintain it, the city of Opa-locka would give us some kind of help to try to get it done initially. Tonight, I brought the gentleman from the lake management company to answer any and all questions anybody may have or concerns. I'm just anxious to try to get this done and trying to get any help or any. Thank you.
Thank you. Madam, 1 second, sir. Madam Manager, will you have a contract with lake management? Okay, Mr. Herman.
Yes.
1 second, before you come up, sir, what are you trying to accomplish with lake management?
Speak in the mic, please.
To going forward, once approved by the commission, we're going to start an association to utilize this company to maintain Pine Tree Lake after initially being cleaned.
Okay, so, and we don't normally do this, but I'm gonna say it because he's here.
Okay.
We don't do that. We don't, the dialogue between the commission and citizens forum. But I will say this, we have a process through procurement.
Mhm.
So we can't just arbitrarily, we can't just pick a vendor right now. It doesn't work that way. So this has to go through the manager. If it so passes tonight, it goes to the manager. She gets to I don't know how you do procurement, sends it out for bid and comes back, and then we select. But we can't do it this way.
Okay, well, I didn't know. I just brought a gentleman here in case there was any questions or concerns they could answer tonight. So that was a mistake on my part.
Understood, but it's
But you tell him that he's welcome to participate when it's come out. If it is.
that's solely up to his company, but we just can't entertain it at this moment because we don't have a contract with them. All right. So other than that, thank you, Mr. Herman. No problem.
How are you?
How you doing, Mr. Cooper?
Good evening, Mark Cooper, 6801 Southwest 75 Terrace. I'm here about the change orders. I'm not sure if the items themselves are a public comment issue, but first of all, I want to say thank you for the work that's being done on 127th Street. It helps immensely. I own 4 properties there, and so thank you for the investment, and hopefully that area gets better and it brings more value to the city. Insofar as the change orders, I presented to you the tax roll. Those properties, this particular property that I'm highlighting, I get paid $16,500 a month in rent, and I pay $51,000 a year in taxes. So I pay 3.5 months of rent in real estate taxes. And so what I would hate for this to happen is that the change orders add additional costs to the project. And I've heard in the past that the city's talked about making a special taxing district in the area to come up with the money for these expenses. And at a certain point, you can't pay 4 months of taxes. You can't, it becomes too much. So please, I know the money came from the feds and you guys also, but please be wary of how you're investing the money. Make sure the change orders are valid. Sometimes I don't know anything of anything, but sometimes contractors get into projects knowing that the change orders are coming in the future to come up with some extra money. And so please don't let that happen to us, because us, the taxpayers, I'm hurting. 3.5 months of rent and real estate taxes lowers the value of the properties and makes you get stuck with tenants that you may not want to keep. It's not good for the area, but you're stuck with them and they're stuck with you. And we're trying to make the area better. So please keep that in mind. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Cooper. Citizens forum is still open. Citizens forum is closed. All right, Madam, so Mr. Herman, we're gonna discuss Pine Tree Lake. It's on the agenda tonight. And Mr. Cooper, the change orders, the manager will explain when we get to that item as well. All right, Madam Attorney, 13-2.
A resolution of the City Commission of the City of Opa-locka, Florida, approving construction change order number 1 for the Cairo Lane Northwest 127th Street roadway reconstruction project, providing for incorporation of recitals, providing for scrivener's errors, providing for an effective date. This is sponsored by the city manager.
All right, Madam Manager, I'm sorry, can I get a motion?
Move it.
Move, by Commissioner Santiago, second by Vice Mayor Kelly. Madam Manager?
During excavation activities at Northwest 127th Street and Port Said Road, unsuitable native soils were encountered that could not support the proposed pavement structure. These subsurface conditions were not identifiable during the design due to limitations. To ensure long-term roadway stability and prevent premature pavement failure, the contractor removed the unsuitable materials and installed compacted lime rock. This corrective action was necessary to maintain construction process and to avoid future structural deficiencies. I also have Ms. Adelina Gross here to answer any questions you may have.
Okay, so I'll yield to Commissioner Santiago because you pulled the item. Commissioner Santiago?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. The reason why that I pull these 7 items is related to the same thing, to the work that we do in Carroll Lane. We listen to the public what they say. And question for the manager and for the department is in charge, how can we not have that kind of announcer from them or that analysis when they come here and presenting the project and give you the amount of the money that we're gonna need in our budget to to keep that repair or construction going forward. And I see that all the time here, that anytime that we have anything in the construction in the city, the company, they have the time to change orders, founding teams that we don't even know they are really there or not. And that's what I want to be sure that what we're doing is the right thing, that are affecting us in our budget every year. That's one. And always take, or chooses the right company to do the job when the capacity to found everything before they sign a contract with us.
Madam Manager? Oh,
Good evening, Mayor and Commissioners. Regarding the Cairo Lane change orders, specifically for change order number 1, which is subgrade stabilization, 127th Street could not be evaluated at the moment of the design. The reason for that is because the amount of, my apologies, the amount of trash, tires, and truck parts and car parts that were in the field at the moment they did the surveys and they were doing the design was more than what they could excavate at the moment of the design. There was a previous survey that was done, there was geological work that was done, but it was limited due to the conditions of the roadside. For 127 in specific, the city spent under this contract around 500 or 600,000 only in trash disposal. That's between tires, truck parts, bad soil. So.
Okay,
Commissioner Santiago?
let me say this to you. I have some pictures here for something that you're sending. I don't know. Okay, but the question coming now for that. Now, It's impossible that a company go there and the first time, because I'm not even a construction or person, for roads and anything. But when I see that road before they start there, coming in and and do the calculation of what they're gonna spend there to fixing it or to repair the road. I see so much garbage and and tires and everything out there be accumulated for the same people that they own their places. Okay, and that's what I want to know where we are when that happened there. That we don't have no camera, we don't have anybody. They are searching what they do, and then what happened is they come in with that, but they see it. They see the mountains of things that we have there in that. What are we calling the little stretch road that we have
The
there?
alleyway.
Yes, okay, because I see it.
Yeah.
But now we had a situation. It is now. It's not only because I think that's number 2. There is only $11,000 and 600. No, 11,600. That's the one too. We ain't done.
Number one, is 45,000.
Okay, 41.
Number one,
45.
45.
47. Yeah, $46,000.
Yeah.
See, we keeping at it.
Mhm.
And the problem is when any construction that we have or any repair that we have for pump station, for this road and everything, when thing coming like that in surprise to us, it costs money
Yep.
to the city. It costs money to our budget. And one of the things that we have to have is try to not spend too much money in what we do. We have to save it. We have to reduce the cost that we cost here or that we have in the city to see if we can very soon in the future, we be out of the oversight. That's the thing that they killed us. We are spending too much money. And this is that's one of the point here. My my point in all these items here, when all this change order, my Cali, is to let's keep in eyes, let's keep in more eyes with this when they come in the contractors to do work here in the city, to be sure that they do the right thing and to not come in with this type of announcements in the future for more money for the company to keep on going doing the job. If they do a contract with us, I believe that that's the amount that we already signed, and they know whatever it is there because they had to go and do some story. They had to put some, I don't know, machine to see what they have under the ground, everything. They have it. They have the technology. This is a game that sometimes they play. That's the only thing. And I believe, Mr. Mayor, that after we discussing this item, it covered out the rest of the item because they all
Yeah, but
change order.
because you pulled it, now we have to go.
Yeah,
each one.
we can go, but we're gonna get out soon. Quicker with that. But
May I interject?
yes,
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Regarding the trash that was on place at Cairo Lane, we did allocate funding for removing the trash, and we overspent the funding for the trash due to the reason that we cleaned, and at the next week or the next day, we had more tires, more truck parts, more everything at the same location. So it's not something that, even though we did plan ahead for it,
well,
there's nothing we
it's
can
very.
do to control the
I
commercial.
know.
Let her finish
the,
explaining
the
it.
commercial businesses in the area and the people that goes to the area to dump trash and garbage to the area. So most of the funding that we had allocated for unforeseen expenditures were invested in removing trash and stuff that were not supposed to be at Cairo Lane. For the change orders, a large part of the cost of all of them were absorbed by contingency of the project. So, for example, change order number 1, which is 13.2, and the cost that is being presented to the city commission is 45,676. However, the amount of the change order that was absorbed by the contingency was 133,000 for that specific item.
Now I have the opportunity. Thank you. Let me ask you, okay, about these pictures that you putting in our table today.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I see that's a private
Yeah. Go-
business or a private property. but we working inside of that private property.
That's actually pump station 16, and that's,
But that's in Carol Lane?
no, that's not Caroline, that's pump station 16.
Okay, all right. Okay, good. Now, regarding about the garbage that you found the next day that you clean.
Yeah.
It's very easy for the authority that we have here in the city, and that's including code enforcement, public work, and police department, Madam Manager. Example I want to give it to you. Right now, somebody passed through my house, and by the side of my house, they throw a bunch of tires or whatever, type of garbage or track in there, and I don't see it myself. There is a very famous guy, passing out there to my road from code enforcement. He said, oh my God, 1156 has some tracks and the side. Right away, he gonna sign, something against my property. He don't know who throw it out the things there. It's the same thing that we're supposed to do. After the next day, they clean the part of the property. Why they don't go there and sign it and make that person, responsible? Because they are responsible for a lot of things that happen out there. They are responsible. And I know. Very easy to fix it. And like that, we don't pay extra money. Thank you, Adelina.
All right. Any other questions to the manager or Ms. Gross at this time?
Mr. Mayor,
Vice Mayor?
I just have one question and really pertains, you can answer for all of them. With all these change orders, because I'm never a big fan of change orders, what are we doing as best we can to mitigate these kind of situations going forward?
So since the area is more accessible right now to police, code enforcement, and the public works department, they are doing regular monitoring through the order of the city manager. So they actually can access the road now. The road was not suitable for either trucks or anything to pass by 127 specifically, where most of the issues were found.
Okay, so to my colleague's point, I guess what you're saying is going forward, because we can access the roadway, we're going to take precautionary steps to address those kind of things. I don't like to see change orders like that. I know it's difficult. As a part of the making sure that we don't have these challenges, what kind of, are we doing cameras? Are we doing, I heard
There
code
have been-
enforcement like that, but what are we doing in terms of technology?
There have been cameras installed at Cairo Lane for monitoring the dumping and any other bad behavior at Cairo Lane. So I think IT and police are monitoring those.
They work?
Yes, they do.
Okay, so we can, well, the manager's office can go back and check and look and see, et cetera, so forth. Okay, because I would hope that we're going to mitigate. I realized we couldn't get to it before in a sense, but with the money we're spending, and I know change orders do occur, but what I'm hearing primarily is the access challenge that you had to get to a lot of these areas. So, okay. All right. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
All right, and we'll go ahead and call the question. Before, Madam Manager, I asked this in my briefing, I just want to make sure. It was finding number 75, that once off, same subject with a little off it. Once this contract is completed, that we go out and verify that the work is done before the city gives final payment. And I know that was one of our findings. It was finding number 75. And we cured that finding and we put something in place. But I want to just make sure that we are adhering to that.
Yes,
This
sir.
is like a lot of money.
We are adhering to that, and Ms. Gross and Mr. Carlos, her assistant, goes out there on a regular.
We
If
do
not
go
every
out
day,
there.
they're out there at least every other day.
Okay.
We do go out there, and as part of the payment backups, we have pictures, we have any questions that have been sent, material that have been installed. Everything is part of the pay application that is being processed
Okay.
and submitted to the.
Mr. Mayor.
Vice Mayor?
I want to piggyback on what you said. As a part of that finding cure, will the documentation that you are putting together and providing and accumulating, will that address that curing of that finding that the mayor's that he's talking about?
Yes, it will, and then the director also has to sign off on it.
Okay. I know you all went there, so that's my man.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
All right, so we are good. We can go ahead and call the question. Wait, before we call it,
bring me up to speed, please?
We were talking about the change
Order.
change order for Cairo Lane. Before we call the question, Madam Attorney, Commissioner Santiago, do you have all your questions answered for 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6, 7, and 8?
Yes, all my questions they be answered, but okay, the answer that I want in the future is before that we make all this old change order, they more have to be proven, or we have to see that it's true what they do. And I recommending to the manager's office to be sure whatever we do the contract in the beginning, they tell everything in once. What is it be the cost for that project?
Got it. All right, Madam
I
Attorney.
don't like change orders.
So we'll call the question for this one, and then we'll take the motion, and the manager can briefly explain, and then we'll call the question. All right?
Okay, I'll just call each title into
Yeah, into the
record.
record, right. All right, Madam Clerk,
Commissioner Irvin,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kelly,
Yes.
Commissioner Santiago.
Yes,
Commissioner Bass,
Again, it's in relationship to the change orders. Okay, so I was brief on it. Thank you. Yes, it's a yes.
Mayor Taylor.
yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
Madam Attorney,
A resolution of the City Commission of the City of Opa-locka, Florida, approving construction change order number 2 for the Cairo Lane, Northwest 127th Street roadway reconstruction project, providing for incorporation recitals, providing for scrivener's errors, providing for an effective date. This is sponsored by the city manager.
all right, Madam Clerk, go ahead and call the question, and can I get a motion, then we call the question?
move it.
Moved by Commissioner Santiago, second by Vice Mayor, Madam Clerk,
Vice Mayor Kelly,
Yes.
Commissioner Santiago.
Yes.
Commissioner Bass.
Yes.
Commissioner Irvin.
Yes.
Mayor Taylor.
yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
Madam Attorney,
A resolution of the City Commission of the City of Opa-locka, Florida, approving construction change order number 3 for the Cairo Lane, Northwest 127th Street roadway reconstruction project, providing for incorporation of recitals, providing for scrivener's errors, providing for an effective date. This is sponsored by the city
can I
manager.
get a motion?
Move it.
Moved by Commissioner Santiago.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Irvin, Madam Clerk,
Commissioner Santiago.
Yes,
Commissioner Bass.
Yes.
Commissioner Irvin.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kelly.
Yes.
Mayor Taylor.
yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
Madam Attorney,
A resolution of the City Commission of the City of Opa-locka, Florida, approving construction change order number 4 for the Cairo Lane, Northwest 127th Street roadway reconstruction project, providing for incorporation of recitals, providing for scrivener's errors, providing for an effective date. This is sponsored by the city
can
manager.
I get a motion?
Move it. Second.
Moved by Commissioner Santiago, second by Dr. Bass, Madam Clerk,
Commissioner Bass.
Yes.
Commissioner Irvin.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kelly.
Yes.
Commissioner Santiago.
yes.
Mayor Taylor.
yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
Madam Attorney,
A resolution of the City Commission of the City of Opa-locka, Florida, approving construction change order number 5 for the Cairo Lane, Northwest 127th Street roadway reconstruction project, providing for incorporation of recitals, providing for scrivener's errors, providing for an effective date. This is sponsored by the city manager.
can I get a motion?
Move it.
Moved by Commissioner Santiago.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Irvin, Madam Clerk,
Commissioner Irvin.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kelly.
Yes.
Commissioner Santiago.
Yes.
Commissioner Bass.
Yes.
Mayor Taylor.
yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
Madam Attorney,
A resolution of the City Commission of the City of Opa-locka, Florida, approving construction change order number 6 for the Cairo Lane, Northwest 127th Street roadway reconstruction project, providing for incorporation of recitals, providing for scrivener's errors, providing for an effective date. This is sponsored by the city manager.
can I get a motion?
Move it.
Moved by Commissioner Irvin, second by Dr. Bass, Madam Clerk,
Vice Mayor Kelly.
Yes.
Commissioner Santiago.
Yes.
Commissioner Bass.
Yes.
Commissioner Irvin.
Yes.
Mayor Taylor.
yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
And Madam Attorney,
A resolution of the City Commission of the City of Opa-locka, Florida, approving construction change order number 7 for the Cairo Lane, Northwest 127th Street roadway reconstruction project, providing for incorporation of recitals, providing for scrivener's errors, providing for an effective date. This is sponsored by the city manager.
can I get a motion?
Move it.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Irvin, second by Dr. Bass, Madam Clerk,
Commissioner Santiago.
Yes.
Commissioner Bass.
Yes.
Commissioner Irvin.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kelly.
Yes.
Mayor Taylor.
yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
All right, Madam Attorney, 13-9.
A resolution of the City Commission of the City of Opa-locka, Florida, directing the city manager to take all necessary steps to expand the city's canal maintenance initiatives to include Pine Tree Lake, further directing the city manager to develop and implement a maintenance and aftercare plan to ensure the long-term cleanliness and preservation, providing for a corporation of recitals, providing for scrivener's errors, providing for an effective date. This is sponsored by Mayor Taylor.
All right, can I get a motion on this item?
Move it.
Moved by Commissioner Santiago,
Second for discussion.
second for discussion by Commissioner Irvin. All right, so I sponsored this item. Simply put, I want the city to clean Pine Tree Lake one time and the manager to develop a plan going forward to maintain it. So, and bring it back to the commission, that plan. That's the simple version. And I
Question.
yield to what, no, I
No,
yield
first,
to what
yeah.
Commissioner Irvin, that she pulled it.
Okay. So I would like, before we get too deep into approving this, to find out what is it gonna cost us to do this?
Yeah,
Is-
she's gonna bring it back. Before she.
It is
puts
gonna
yes,
come
it's
back. Because I don't want us to put ourselves in a situation where we approve this, we pay for it, and then every private person come because they need help with getting something fixed, and then we're in a do for one, do for all type situation, and it get too costly. I want our city to look beautiful as well, but I just wanted to know if it's gonna actually come back to us
She's
to
gonna bring-
with an amount.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't want to give the residents false hope either.
No, she's gonna bring. it
Okay.
back.
Thank you.
Commissioner Santiago,
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I see something good in this item. It is we going to send in the manager for sure to see what is going to be the cost to helping that neighborhood there that they are part of the beautiful resident and taxpayer for the great city of Opa-locka. And I don't know, I'm not worrying about how much it's going to cost because it's going to be only one time. And the thing is that we gonna use the money for something that is necessary for the community, for us, for the people, for the people. It's not that we're using something for something else. And I don't want to say anything. I know that we have to have parties and everything, but we use the money for the people. Let's send in the manager to do the research, see how much it's gonna cost. And we're gonna look for the money to do that for one time because it's only one time, I believe, to the sponsor, no?
yes.
Okay. And after that, I'll be talking to many of the residents for this area. And I say the whatever implementing in the taxes that they're gonna do is not really us. We want to helping you. We want to do the best that we can for the resident, for the taxpayer of the city. But after that, we have another word that we had to fight. It is when the Dade County to see what they can do for us, what they can do for that neighbor. But that's in the future. We have to be together, be attentive that we're gonna helping you and we're gonna support that area in this residential area for that lake. Because it's a lot of things that I learned about it. They say the water coming from the big lake under the ground and it's coming out to the other side through another canal. It's a lot of things. We had to, find out what is the reality to this to see if the resident have to pay for it or it's including already in the taxes that they pay, that you people pay already every year for your property. Let's leave it like that. Let's making that in practice. I'm going to support it, Mr. Mayor, because I think that's a very good initiative. Like that, we know and we learn how to use the money when we need it for the people in the great city of Opa-locka. Thank you.
Mr. Mayor,
Vice Mayor Kelly.
thank you. When I saw this item, I was really almost flabbergasted because I've been working on Pine Tree Lake for almost a year and a half, initially with two residents, Mr. Herman, and I won't call her name, but I've got emails and correspondence going back to previous management on this issue. And then to see this item that we would actually clean up the lake, I was they say in the movies, taken aback. So let me go back and let's go back from the beginning. Because let me say from the outset, nobody wants to see the lake not clean. Nobody wants to see an environment where it's not beautiful. So let's take that off the table. Mr. Herman is here. He can tell you I've been back and forth with him and some of the other residents over there for over a year and a half trying to get a resolution to this issue. But Mr. Mayor, if I can call the manager to have Mr. Austin come up.
Madam.
Now I
Mario
can pull
Austin,
my
Public
my
Works Director.
emails and my documentation, so I'm going to just trust that you're going to give me your memory of it. I've been working on this for over a year and a half, and was told from previous management, which included yourself, that the city could not clean this because it was not our property, number one. And number two, there was dispute on who actually owned the property. And that's taken some time. That went through several months. Then it was determined that the county would not take cleaning up the place because they said they didn't own it. That was actually part of a homeowners association agreement, whatever, that had to be done. Now, the last I remember was early this year, wherein I was told through the manager's office, and again, most of this predates the current manager, that the homeowners would have to absorb it, and that letters were sent out, correspondence sent out, and they would have to assume ownership of getting it clean. So now I'll pick up from there if you can, and let me know what has changed now that the city now can clean it up.
So, Vice Mayor, pertinent to that, there are 46 homeowners, and in order for us to clean the lake, we would have to get a special tax and district developed. To accomplish that task, we need to have 50% of the homeowners commit to paying $1,500 for the first year and $1,400 for the second year. Of the 46 homeowners, we only got responses from 3 of them. Letters went out, everyone except 15 homeowners where the mail was returned received notification that this was necessary to develop a special taxing district in order to clean the lake. In addition to that, as part of the process, we had to acquire a permanent easement to access the lake for cleaning. That was also procured by the city, and it's in place right now. So without the 50% of the homeowners agreeing that this is the process they need to follow to clean the lake, there's nothing else we could do until that is accomplished.
Okay, let's go back a little bit, because originally what I was told by management, including yourself, was we couldn't even access the place, and we need access to even see what was going on. And I pushed for legislation, pushed to get that taking place, which we got access
We
to.
got access, yes.
Then we came up with all of the, well, we didn't come up with, I was told all the other challenges. Simply put, the legislation here says to direct the manager to develop and implement a maintenance and aftercare plan. So it's not just one time, it's actually a long-term based on what I'm looking at, because it says in section 2, to develop, implement a maintenance and aftercare plan for long-term cleanliness and preservation. Again, I'm not against cleaning the lake. What I'm challenged with is what my colleague mentioned earlier, is we're getting the business of private development of private property. If the county won't do it, I'm concerned that we would take ownership of cleaning it, and we don't even know the cost of it. Your assessment, you're saying, is based on reaching out to the homeowners, and you said only how many responded?
Only 3
3 responded out of how many?
out of 46.
Out of 46. Okay, and that was with a proposal of the $1,500 and
Yes, sir.
what have you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, that's where my dilemma lies, because I'm hearing what we've done as a city versus what the legislation wants to do. And nobody, nobody wants to be on the outside of saying you don't want to help 46 homeowners or 46 residents that live in that area. What I'm concerned about is once we do this, what that cost is and what that means. Because we go over there and do something, whatever we do, the manager comes back with a plan. We go over there and do something, whether we spray something, clean something. Are we on the hook now in the future for anything that happens over there? I don't know the answer to that. I don't know the answer to that. I want to clean more than anybody else. But what I was told was it was going to take the special taxing district and access. And the only part of the city could do way back then was to get the access, which we've done. You're saying the only way we should be doing it from your perspective is the assessment, special assessment.
Special taxing district or the ownership has the prerogative of developing a homeowners association to deal with it internally.
Well, I did hear something about that, but the mayor, like you said, we couldn't entertain that at that point. I understand home ownership could do a whole lot more, and that's where a lot of these things are done. But that's not really on the table at this moment. So I'm really baffled how we can accomplish it. And to the sponsor, although you're saying one time, the legislation really says our current canal maintenance that we have to include Pine Tree Lake, which would do all the other things we do, which would have a maintenance and aftercare plan for long term. So that's where my challenge really lies. And again, let me say it because I know how things get spent. It's not about cleaning the lake because I've been trying to get that lake clean for a year and a half. How can we do it without the city absolving what I call long-term liability, and we don't even have the cost of what it's going to be? I like the idea of assisting a homeowners association or something that's in place, but I'm not sure if that's in place at this moment. I heard it was mentioned earlier from the resident that they were working on putting something together, but to your knowledge, is there one in place now that's on record?
No, right now there's nothing in place with the residents to accomplish this task. My understanding of the legislation is that we're going to do a one-time cleanup, and then we will bring back a plan demonstrating that the residents must choose an option. The first one being a homeowners association or to go with the special taxing district. That's the only way this could progress beyond the one-time cleanup.
Okay, so
Vice Mayor,
I'm sorry.
because I don't know what the last part that he said, that's the intent of the legislation. So the 1,500 was a letter that the city pulled out, we did a couple weeks ago. And that was with the residents cleaning it up.
Ms.
That's the
Austin,
$1,500. That's not the cost. That's not them paying for the one-time cleanup. But that's what you explained at the beginning. So I don't want to conflate the two. One, there's two items. One is the initial cleanup, and the second part of the legislation is long-term aftercare, which can evolve into either HOA or a special taxing district.
Mr.
Whatever-
Mayor and
give
Mr.
me
Vice
1
Mayor.
second. Whatever,
Go to the-
whichever one the manager brings back after she does her analysis. That's what you see here. So the $1,500 that the city, that we all got those letters, we all got those phone calls. I live down the street from that, so they always call it. So that right there, I was not in agreement with that. But I wanted, and this is not the first time that this has come up. I understand that you brought it up. You said a year and a half ago, but we've been here before, and the city cleaned it before. The only thing, which is what I was under the understanding, if we can get permission from the homeowners to clean the lake, we can go ahead and do it. Then after that, we can assist them into creating an HOA, or we can develop a special taxing district going forward for maintenance. Is that not? Because what you were saying is not what you initially started off with the $1,500. That is not this, and I did not agree, and that's not. So I don't.
That's
want you
that's
to-
for the special taxing district.
That's not even for the.
developed-
That was with the special taxing district, with them cleaning it initially, was that $1,500. So that's why I want to be very clear. One has nothing to do with that.
Okay, Mr. Mayor, saying that, then what did we spend to clean it the first time? Because when I asked about cleaning this, I was told that the city could not clean it and should not be cleaning it, and we had not cleaned it. The county had cleaned it way back end of day, as they say, but we had no record and no cost, because I asked that first question.
Vice Mayor, I cannot answer that. What it costed before, that was way before my tenure.
Well, the mayor just said we cleaned it before, so there has to be
No.
some record or document that shows that we cleaned it.
Okay.
So where's that document? Where's that cost? Because the mayor said we cleaned it before, but when I asked you, you said, to your knowledge, we hadn't cleaned it. The county had done some stuff back years ago, but there was no record. So I was trying to initially find out then what the cost would be to clean it. So what was that? What was that cost? If we did it before, what was that cost?
So we don't have any record of that cost because it was a very long time ago. And it's my understanding from speaking to different people that it was something that was done by the county as a one-time favor, but I'm not sure because I don't have any records on it.
Okay. I'll yield, but I want to reserve my time to come back. I'll listen to my colleagues.
Go ahead.
Okay, I heard both comment for vice and the mayor, but we're not there yet because they asking you for record for the last time that they cleaned that lake by the city, but that happened a long time ago, more than 10 years ago, 12, 14 years ago. Hello?
1 second, you all. 1 second, 1 second. Thank you.
Okay, we don't know how long ago, Madam Manager, but we're gonna get that information. But whatever years ago that happened, for sure it's not gonna cost what it's gonna cost today, because everything changed. What we propose, or the sponsor proposed today, is to send the manager to found how much it's gonna cost to us to clean it for one time. And after that, we already be talking to residents and people from out there, and they understand. They clear understand that now it's not going to be under us, that it's going to be under the properties owners. And yes, we're going to help you to talk, to the county. We're going to see how can we doing it. Because question, where is the 1,500 coming from? From your department or from the county?
So when we reached out to Miami-Dade County to create the special taxing district, they had a contractor that works with the Parks and Recreation Department of Miami-Dade County come out and assess the lake to establish what the cost will be for the initial cleanup and 1 year of maintenance. That's how that $1,500 and $1,400 fee was developed for assessment to develop a special taxing district. After that 2-year period, it was going to be incumbent upon the city to further tax the residents as the costs attributed to those.
Okay, that we have to have a lot of time to go through that process. My recommendation to my colleagues and everything, I understand, what is the proposal of this, but we had to first find out how much it's going to cost for the first time. And then after that, we had time to discuss and whatever coming in the future. And we can make that I think that we'll be talking about, I think with your department or Mr. Gay department to do a workshop with everybody and explaining to them what is the situation are. Teaching them, okay, that the money have to come from somewhere after the matter.
You still have the floor.
Yes,
Thank you.
I think, and again, I understand the intent of legislation. I would have done this way back when if I could, but I was told we couldn't do it. That we could not clean private property. That's what I was told, correct?
Correct.
Thank you. So to even see this, I was really kind of surprised because nobody wants to see it clean more than me. If I had a number, I would have proposed that number way back then to at least to do it. We don't even have the number. But what other thing that I'm concerned about, we keep saying one-time cleaning. Okay, Ms. Herman, I see your hand, but I can't acknowledge you. The chair, we don't do that. So I see your hand. Don't think I don't see it. You're raising more than an offering plate, but I can't do that. But what I'm getting at is, we all want to see it clean. We don't have a cost of it, and I'm concerned about taking on something in a private setting. The legislation also calls for us to implement a maintenance and aftercare plan for us to do it, which to me is something that should be done by HOA, homeowner association. That should be done with them you know, and again, the city could assist, but that's a private matter. I'm going to, you know, I know it ain't popular, but I'm going to suggest to the sponsor to just defer it and allow the manager to, if you can, or maybe you can't. Let me just maybe not defer the item, actually defer it. Madam Manager, have you exhausted all means, to the mayor, to the manager? Have you exhausted all means trying to find out that one-time cost that we did it or somebody did it before?
No, we have not started that process.
No, this doesn't, I don't interpret this as bringing the cost back. I interpret this as implementing.
She's gonna bring it back. We spoke about this.
We have not started
She's
the
gonna bring it
process.
back.
I know you haven't started the process, but is this to find out a cost or is this to implement? Because I keep seeing the word implement.
To get the cost, it's my understanding I'm supposed to be getting the cost and bringing it back to the commission for final approval.
And the implement is us assisting either the creation of an HOA or implementing what's that thing, a special tax and district.
No, I'm not that far down the road. I'm reading, and these whereas directs the city manager to implement a maintenance and aftercare plan to ensure long-term cleanliness. Show me the whereas that simply says for the manager to get the cost and bring it back to the commission for approval. That's the whereas I'm looking for, because I don't see that separated out. What I do see in the staff summary is the financial impact, no impact with approval of this legislation, which I find kind of challenging. However, this will lead to additional expenses in future budgets depending on the plans implemented. Because if we're asking you to go get a cost, even to do it, there's going to be a cost. You got to go out and do something. Whether you do RFP, RFQ, RF, whatever, there's a cost associated with that. Not to say it's a major one, but there's still a cost. But I'm looking for the whereas that simply says, go find out what it will cost for one-time cleaning, bring it back to the commission so that we can pass it or whatever we want to do with it. That's the whereas I'm looking for. Now, maybe I missed it, and that's what I'm looking for to the sponsor, to the manager, whoever. Just that one whereas, to get the cost, bring it back to us, and then we'll say yay or nay. If the manager through the sponsor wants to add on some of the other implementation as a part of it, that's fine. But I'm just looking for now, as the mayor saying his intent, the manager go out and find out what it costs and bring it back to us for us to decide.
Well, Vice Mayor, so it is my legislation and that is my intent. But if you want that language in the resolution, we can add it as an amendment. Well, it's mine, so it's nothing to amend because I can add it. I can add it to it that we won't move on until this comes back for final approval for the commission. So we can do that.
Okay, if
We
you
can
want,
add
if you
that.
will put that whereas in there somewhere.
Madam, I'm sorry. I mean, go ahead, Vice Mayor.
No, I just want that to be the whereas, because you got a lot of whereases that directs the manager to do a whole lot of stuff after. Those last two actually give directors to bring back as a part of a longer term plan. The one I'm looking for is the one you just said. The whereas it says find the cost, bring it back to us, and the commission, you know, can decide based on that. If we want to do that, go further, entertain whatever else, but that's the initial thing, whatever that cost is.
Madam Attorney, well, there's no motion needed because I'm changing it now. Can we add that language? That's
Yes,
the intent, Vice Mayor, but it's not there, but me and the manager had discussion.
you can add that language, but I also wanted to note that we did update the resolution to reflect the agenda cover memo for the one-time cleaning. So as long as you understand that's supposed to be in there, we can
No,
note that.
You can, that language, but what Vice Mayor is requesting is
Yes.
add the language that before we do anything, before the manager does anything, she would bring it before the commission for final approval. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, and I like the idea of my colleague, so that the folks will know too. Make sure they're aware of this too, because if we do it, it's going to be one time, and it has to be some succession plan we're not going to carry out. But that's not, you know, it's part of the legislation to make sure we do the one time.
Okay.
I'll
So-
let you do the rest part. You know.
All right. Madam Attorney, do you need to read that in the record or you?
No, it's on the record.
All right. So to be clear, it's before the manager does anything, she will submit it. Can we put a date on it? Madam Manager, 60, 90, 30, 60, 90, 30?
60 days, 30
60
days
days.
is too short, 60 days.
Between 30 to 60 days. And if you can get it early,
Between 60 to 90 days.
60 days. Within 60 days, the manager will bring it back to the commission for final approval before she does anything.
What did, Madam, Mr. Mayor, what did the attorney just say about the language? I didn't hear what she said about the language.
I didn't provide specific language. I was saying that it's on the record what the, what he's amending the resolution with his
Okay,
intent.
what does that do to the other whereases?
Well, the only thing that you approved was to just add that one whereas. So if you're taking away from the rest of the resolution, then you're gonna need to vote on all of that.
No, Vice Mayor, she's not gonna do anything until she brings it. That stops it.
Okay.
She's not gonna do anything. She's gonna bring it before the
Okay.
commission,
All right,
before she does anything. Bring
okay.
it before the commission, and then we'll go from there.
Thank you. Okay.
All right. Madam Attorney, it's not, there's no motion needed because it's my item. I'm asking you to tweak it now. But what do you need from us now?
It's been noted that you're changing it.
Got it. All right, so we can go ahead and call the question. If you have nothing else. Vice Mayor.
I'm not seeing what we just noted, and I'm kind of taken with that, but it's your legislation. I want to hold it up because I'm not opposed to cleaning the canal, but, or the lake, but
What is supposed to be added is that the city manager will be bringing back the cost of the one-time payment within 60 days.
Before.
And before she does anything, she will not do any work.
right.
Okay.
The
and
mayor
no
got
work
it. Mayor
prior.
got it. Okay. All right. So you accept that. So we don't need, okay. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
No
I'm ready.
problem. So Madam Clerk,
Commissioner Bass?
Yes.
Commissioner Urban?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kelly?
Yeah.
Commissioner Santiago?
Yes.
Mayor Taylor?
yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
All right, moving on to item number 1311.
A resolution of the City Commission of the City of Opa-locka, Florida, directing the city manager to take all necessary steps for the City of Opa-locka to become a certified autism city, further providing for staff training, community awareness, and inclusive practices, providing for incorporation of recitals, providing for scrivener's errors, providing for an effective date. This is sponsored by Mayor Taylor.
All right, can I get a motion?
Move it for question.
Moved by Commissioner Santiago. Second by Vice Mayor Kelly. So this item is simple. I just want Opa-locka to become a certified autism city. There are free programs out there that will help our staff with training, help us recruit, help us with our officers and help train our community to be autism awareness, for community autism awareness. That's that legislation. And Commissioner Santiago, you pulled this out.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. I think that you already answered, one of the question that I have is me, what is the staff is gonna be training? Who we gonna take to training?
So
What department, who?
any of our public facing departments, anybody that deals with people. So our Parks and Rec, our police department, our building and license, the cashiers downstairs. That's what it is. It helps train our staff how to deal and treat. and
Well,
aware.
yeah, you see, that's a very important question because what I see, like the personnel, they have the capacity, okay, and the authority to, to get to any kind of emergency like that in case that we have anyone, is the our police force. I don't know if they training the police in the academy when the situation like that. And that's what I believe, that is the best thing to know because they are certified public safety people, okay, in Miami-Dade County and the state. And whoever they're going to go touch, a child, whatever, they know that's a police officer, that is not anybody civilian, okay, like us. It's good. I hope I can get that training, but it's going to be more professional and more carefully if that's our police officers. That's one. The other one is
Let me respond
what-
first, and then you can get the second question. So that legislation we passed, I sponsored it. We passed it a couple months ago, and Chief is already working on that for our department, for the police department. So that's already been done
and if we already have it with the police department, why we bringing another one for?
because this is for the city as a whole. That's what you see. Training for city as a whole. This is the city of Opa-locka.
Okay.
The other one was for the police department specifically.
For me, it's almost the same thing, but okay. Let me see this is okay. You say that we're gonna call it the city certified when that's advertisement. What does that mean, certified city?
We want our employees that work in Opa-locka to help us be inclusive with all of our residents and anybody that is dealing with neurodivergent issues. So when they come in, we'll be more sensitive, we will be able to recognize, we would be aware. So that's what this is. There's no cost to the city, and it's the same thing literally that we brought last week when Commissioner Regalado did the presentation. It's the exact same thing, the toolkit.
Good. Okay, that answered me. My other question is me. You say loud and clear that it's not gonna cost anything to our city, to our budget.
Mm-mm.
And that's what you say. I think that it say it's not cost.
It doesn't. There are programs out there that helps with this stuff.
Okay, but that's the answer. It's
Yeah,
not it's not cost to
I
us.
said that in the presentation. There's no cost to the city.
Okay, well, that's good. That's good with me. If it is not gonna cost anything, because we already have a program too. That's fine. That's something good for the workers. Thank you.
Mr. Mayor,
Commissioner Beth?
quick question. You said it's for city at large.
Mhm.
Does that include employees and non-employees, just residents of Opa-locka?
Residents and, right,
Okay, so our residents will have an opportunity to be
exactly.
trained. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. All right, any other questions on this item? All right, Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Irvin,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kelly,
Yes.
Commissioner Santiago,
Yes.
Commissioner Bass.
Yes.
Mayor Taylor.
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
All right, so we're gonna deviate really, really quick because the hours far spent. And we're gonna move to item number, I can't find it, 16A, which one is it, Vice Mayor?
4.
16A4, thank you. And, Madam Manager, you can bring up the translator, please. All right, so Madam Attorney, for the record, we'll start with 16A4. We'll do that one. I think it's under first reading, and then we'll go back to our planning and zoning items.
An ordinance of the City Commission of the City of Opa-locka, Florida, amending Article 5, Section 22-116 of the City of Opa-locka's Land Development Regulations pertaining to storage of recreational vehicles, amending certain definitions within Section 22-116 to include the definition of travel trailer, to reduce the overall body length from 40 feet to 35 feet, to amend the definition of camping trailer, to remove the word vehicular, and require camping trailers to be loaded onto or affixed to wheels, to remove the word truck from truck camper, to amend the word motorhome to require a built-on requirement to motor vehicle chassis, to amend the definition of screen to add the words the condition of being, and expand the definition of the words to expand the definition of significantly hidden from view to encompass a combination of structures, to delete residential townhouse district, moderate density residential district, high density residential district, and certain residential mixed use designations bearing the prefix HDOD, CMU, and MNMU, to delete the requirement that recreational vehicle parking, and storage is deleted. I'm sorry. To delete the requirement that recreational vehicle parking and storage is prohibited, but requires the certification process and fee of $100 with an accompanying affidavit that the vehicle will not be used for occupancy, requiring proof of current title and registration as required by applicable law, allowing a recreational vehicle not exceeding 35 feet in length to be parked in a side yard not closer than 3 feet from the residence with all expanded panels retracted, requiring recreational vehicles to be unobstructed, mounted on wheels, and easily movable, prohibiting recreational vehicles parked on residential property from being used for living, sleeping, cooking, or storage, allowing no more than one recreational vehicle on a single family or duplex property, requiring the recreational vehicle owner to hold a valid lease agreement with the property owner, prohibiting utility connections except through an extension cord for brief wait maintenance related activities not to exceed 24 hours, prohibiting parking on townhouse and multifamily properties, amending Chapter 2, Article 11, Section 2-570.33 of the City of Opa-locka's Code of Ordinances to decrease the civil penalty for noncompliance, fine amount from $500 to $250 for the first offense, providing for severability, providing for codification, providing for an effective date. This is sponsored by Commissioner Santiago.
This is a public hearing item. Can I get a motion?
Move it.
Moved by Commissioner Santiago. Can I get a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Baz. This is a public hearing item. Commissioner Santiago, I'm gonna do this. Can you please explain it? And then I know we've heard this like 5 different times, but it moved from second reading to first reading. So we need a clear understanding of what changed. I was in my briefing, but we just want to make sure our residents understand what has changed. Between Commissioner Santiago and the manager, you all can do that. You have the floor.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to start it.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Well, I can see today, yes, the change that we have to the first reading. And what happened is in two meetings, commissioner meetings ago, one of the residents bring to the floor.
At the same time?
Well, we only have one resident, and I think that she understands English o no entiende inglés, ¿verdad? No, okay, but tenemos que traducirle.
Okay, okay. Would you like me to translate the whole
Yes,
thing,
please, do
the
her.
whole thing that was read, or just?
No, she already know about it. The only thing that I want to explain to her is that we're bringing back to first reading is because we fixing the situation, the two commissioner meetings before ago, one of the resident bring, and we found out when Mr. Gay department out there, the language the we using it is making a little confused with that. But we already beat down and we check all the cities and we fix what word that we're gonna use
Okay.
for charge the fee.
Okay. Hemos traído otra vez a la lista este tema que se había hablado anteriormente en otras reuniones de comisión anteriores porque el lenguaje no estaba bien claro, pero ya ahora hemos hablado con otras ciudades, hemos arreglado el lenguaje en lo que se refiere a las cuotas que se van a cobrar. Ya eso va a estar más claro y se ha arreglado el lenguaje para hacer eso.
Yeah, the language that they try to say that we're doing improperly, to not say the other word.
El lenguaje que ellos decían que estábamos haciendo de forma inapropiada.
Yeah, we we modified to some words that is making more easy to understand to the residents.
Lo hemos modificado utilizando unas palabras que los residentes puedan entender más fácilmente.
That's for sure that we cannot register any type of vehicles in the state of Florida because we don't give no registration and no tax. No place, no tax. Tax place, that's what they say, yeah.
No se puede registrar ninguno de esos vehículos en el estado de la Florida porque no damos placas de matrícula.
De matrícula, yeah. And that's only DMV. But he bring that because he found it and he believed he did the same thing. But
eso solo lo hace el DMV, pero lo trajo a colación porque piensa que es la misma cosa.
Okay, but it's not the same thing.
No es lo mismo.
Now, the reason why you don't see too many people here today is because they already know what's going on and they love to that ordering pass already today starting to have a normally life.
Ok, la razón por la que no se ve mucha gente hoy es porque ya saben que esa ordenanza ya pasó y les encanta que van allá a volver a tener una vida normal.
They understand
Lo
and
entienden.
the rules and regulations that we have.
Entienden
The-
las reglas y regulaciones que tenemos.
There's only a vehicle for recreation to take it out from vacation. There is nothing that you can put anybody there to live because it's totally illegal to
Es-
have people living in a trailer.
Ok, es un vehículo que se puede usar exclusivamente como forma recreativa. No es un vehículo para poner gente a vivir dentro de ese vehículo porque eso es totalmente ilegal. La gente no puede estar viviendo en un trailer.
Yes. And what we do is try to avoid the first ordinance that they bring a year and a half ago. My guys, more than a year and a half, no, Mr. Gay, that we've been dealing with this.
Hemos intentado evitar traer la ordenanza que se hizo hace más de año y medio, creo que llevamos con esto.
And thank God that today is going to be, the first reading to see if we, by the next commissioner meeting, we closing it and we end it with this.
Y hoy va a ser el día que se va a decidir a ver si en la próxima reunión de la comisión ya terminamos con esto.
And I want to say that we had to say thank you to all my colleagues
Y tengo que decir que tengo que darle las gracias a todos mis colegas
because they supported that item, and they not permit to less the authority, co-enforcement of the police department or whoever is in charge to make you remove that vehicle for your property and go to another property and pay another rent when you already be paid a mortgage there in your house. We believe that you have the right to park in your RV and your house when all the regulations and rules that we already implanted in this ordinance. Thank you.
Ok, y apoyo a todas las personas que han apoyado esta moción por mi parte. Creo que usted tiene derecho a tener un vehículo recreativo aparcado en su casa sin tener que llevarlo a otro lugar y pagar un cargo extra cuando usted ya está pagando impuestos en su casa y tiene derecho a tener su vehículo ahí.
Yeah, man, I say something because I want to make clear to who that I want the residents say thank you is to all my colleagues, to the mayor, vice mayors, and commissioner.
Quiero dejar bien claro a quien tienen que agradecer los residentes por esta ordenanza y es al alcalde, al vicealcalde y a todos los comisionados que son mis colegas y que han apoyado esta ordenanza.
Thank you.
Gracias.
All right, thank you. All right, Madam Manager, so the understanding for the change,
So the legislation remains the same. It's just changing one item, and that's to require a certification process, and that fee is $100.
got it. All right, so this is a public hearing item. Public hearing is open. Public hearing item. But you gotta state your name and your name and.
Andrew Herman,
address.
1770 Opa-locka Boulevard. Quick question with that. Does that apply to ambulances?
To who?
Ambulances.
Ambulances, Madam Manager. Mr.
No,
Gay?
sir.
Okay,
Thank you.
all right. All right,
In Spanish.
she, can you, his question was, can you, translate it in Spanish? Does that apply to ambulance?
Oh, sorry.
And the answer was no.
No,
Okay.
to the public. if they want.
Eso aplica a las ambulancias y la respuesta fue no. I'm sorry, I didn't know
No,
because
that's
he
okay.
spoke English.
Also, can you say that public hearing is open?
La audiencia pública está abierta.
Anybody that wants to speak?
Si alguien quiere hablar,
Okay, public hearing is closed.
se cierra la audiencia pública.
All right, do we have any, from my colleagues, do we have any questions to the sponsor on this item? All right, hearing none, Madam Clerk, you can go ahead and call the question.
Vice Mayor Kelly,
Yes.
Commissioner Santiago.
Yes.
Commissioner Baz.
Yes.
Commissioner Irvin,
Yes.
Mayor Taylor.
Yes,
Motion passes 5-0 first reading.
all right, so, Madam Manager, we're done with that item, please. So we can move on to, we'll go back to item 15. 15A1.
A resolution of the City Commission of the City of Opa-locka, Florida, to consider the site plan application for the renovation and construction of a 5,250 square foot office and mechanical repair building and the renovation of the parking area on the properties located at 14800 Northwest 24th Court and identified by folios 08-2122-025-0510 and 2122-025-050 in the I2 zoning district and within the innovation district, providing for incorporation of recitals, providing for scrivener's errors, providing for an effective date. This is sponsored by the city manager.
All right, this too is a public hearing item. Can I get a motion?
Move it.
Moved by Commissioner Santiago, second by Commissioner Baz. Madam Manager, go ahead and present it. We'll open up for public hearing.
The applicant LDM Florida LLC proposes to construct a office and mechanical repair building and to renovate the existing parking area at 14800 Northwest 24th Court. The project also includes providing adequate parking and landscaping in accordance with the city's land development regulations. The applicant has submitted a site plan application requesting approval to construct the proposed office and mechanical repair building within the industrial plant zoning district I2 and within the Innovation District. The Planning and Zoning Board of the City of Opa-locka reviewed the request, and a duly noticed public hearing was held on March 3rd, 2026, and determined that the approval of the site plan is in the best interest of the city and its residents. The board voted 3-0 to recommend approval of the application. Mr. Gay is also available to answer any questions you may have.
All right, this is a public hearing item. Public hearing is open.
Mr. Mark.
Mark Cooper, 6801 Southwest 75 Terrace. I know the area. I own property in the area. I stand in opposition. The previous property owner had a warehouse there. It might have been a 30,000 square foot warehouse. It's been a vacant lot for a long time. Now the owner wants to put a small building and make it into a mechanic shop. And so the entrance into that area is right by the new elderly housing on 147th Street or on 151st Street, right up against Miami Gardens. So you're going to have, I think the lot's 40,000 square feet, and you're going to have a small building, which doesn't really add to the tax base. And you're going to have all this truck traffic coming through an area that's looking much nicer. Now there's a marble company that just opened up to me, $11 million investment. Comes now Opa-locka to put a mechanic shop for heavy trucks and mechanics, that there's only way to get in there is through residential areas or areas that we're trying to better. So I don't think it's the best use of the land, and thank you.
All right. Public hearing is still open. Public hearing is closed. All right, any questions to the Madam Manager on this item? Or Mr. Gay, Madam, he's gonna present?
Mr. Mayor,
Vice Mayor Kelly?
thank you. There was a couple of questions, I guess, came up in the Planning and Zoning Board meeting that was asked about parking inside of the spaces. It says that also reconfirm 12 space, including space for trucks and employees, and that there will be, I guess, if there would be parking outside on the streets, and it was responded no. I am challenged every time I hear that, especially in that area as well as others. And the chair of the Planning and Community Development asked that question, so I'm just going to ask it again, just for the record. So there will be no parking outside on the street with this proposed development.
Gregory Gay, the Director of Planning and Community Development. The lot size is over an acre, so there's more than opportunities for parking to be placed inside the property, which will be required. There will be no parking outside of the property.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
All right.
This first reading, so.
Mr. Santiago?
Well, yeah, it's the first reading, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had the same concern to my colleague about after, the matter that we approve and they already be operating out there. Yes, only see what problem that we have in Cairo Lane, in 127, even in Alibaba, when all the trucks and car parking, even sometimes double park. I hope that they understand that by rules and regulation that your department make for them, they respect that. Do not have trucks broken in two parts or be disarmed in front of the business. Like every operation that they want to do, they're supposed to do it inside after the wall that they have, after the property line inside. I think that's a good, point of view that my colleagues do, and I'm gonna be concerned also about that. I don't think that we can accept in trucks in a place like that parking outside of the working area.
Mr. Mayor.
One second, Commissioner Barnes.
Thank you. Yeah.
Commissioner Barnes.
Thank you. Mr. Mayor, to the manager. I'm gonna support this for tonight, but I would love for Mr. Gay to take me to where this is at so I can make a decision based on what I see, because after Mr. Mark spoke, it raised some red flags for me. So I would like to see it first, but I will support it for tonight only
Okay.
until further. Will do.
All right, any other questions or concerns? All right, Madam Manager, my issue was the same with the residential being right there. And then I just don't want to repeat, obviously the parking was the issue. Them parking on the side of the road, I just don't want to repeat of Cairo Lane and 127th Street. So if we can talk to the applicant and even put that in the agreement once it comes, to hold their feet to the fire to that, then yeah. Cause that's my concern. I think we all on the same page for that. I think we all on the same page.
His first reading,
Yeah.
so.
So by next time it comes, you have between now and then, a conversation and bring us back a resolve.
Will do.
All right, any other concerns or questions for the manager? Hearing none, Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Santiago,
Yes.
Commissioner Bass.
Yes.
Commissioner Irvin,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kelly,
Yes.
Mayor Taylor.
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
Mr. Gay, don't go nowhere because the same one, just in case. Madam Attorney?
A resolution of the City Commission of the City of Opa-locka, Florida, to consider the development agreement request for the renovation and construction of a 5,250 square foot office and mechanical repair building and the renovation of the parking area on the properties located at 14800 Northwest 24th Court and identified by folios 08-2122-025-0510 and 08-2122-025-0500 in the I-2 zoning district and within the innovation district, providing for incorporation of recitals, providing for scrivener's errors, providing for an effective date. This is sponsored by the city manager.
All right, Madam Manager, sorry, can I get a motion? I'm sorry, can I get a motion?
Move it.
Moved by Commissioner Santiago,
Second.
second by Vice Mayor Kelly. This is a public hearing item. Madam Manager, go ahead and present, and then we'll open it for public hearing.
This is a companion item to agenda item 15A1. However, this is to consider a development agreement for the property located at 14800 Northwest 24th Court.
All right, this is a public hearing item. Public hearing is open. Public hearing is closed. Do we have any questions or concerns to Madam Manager or Mr. Gay at this point? At this,
Mr. Mayor,
Vice Mayor Kelly?
anytime I see, thank you, anytime I see development agreements, I'm gonna ask the same question regarding to hiring and job opportunities. And I always see the same language about how you get folks hired, but yet we have folks in our community that are not hired. So what's going to be different with this one? I see the career source, I see coordinate with Opa-locka and the same language that I don't really see any teeth into it. So what are we doing different with this one to try to ensure better compliance than with the others?
Through the manager, Gregory Gay. The language that we have within the development agreement is the best language that we can do as it relates to encouraging the opportunity for employment. We cannot force an employee or a potential business to hire individuals from the city of Opa-locka, but we try to create opportunities where they would be in a good position to provide the opportunities either through job fairs, training opportunities, things of that nature, in order to encourage them to hire people that are within our city limits.
In other words, Mr. Mayor, how much engagement, for example, is done with our own city initiated efforts through our own HR department? Is that on the front line or usually on the back line? Because I know the answer is always career source because they got a database, et cetera. But on the front end, for example, this passes in the second reading and passes, is the first line to reach out to IHR to say, you know, what are you all looking for? Here's the job opportunities we anticipate are going to be available. How can we work together to make sure the city's at the fair, at the whatever? Because we've seen, well, I've seen in the past, and you've seen it as well, some of these job fairs don't happen in Opa-locka. They happen everywhere but Opa-locka. So what are we doing to address that? I know we can't tell folks who to hire, but what are we doing to make sure that occurs?
Well, one of the things that we're looking at doing, and I've had communications with our HR director, is that if we are having any type of job fair or any type of fair that will be city sponsored, that these particular companies will also be given an opportunity and invited to be a part of those particular job fairs as well. So we are trying to coordinate to have that particular activity take place. We have not had one as of yet, but we're working very closely with HR to do that. On the other end, we do speak with the developers and people that are associated with them, and we let them know what resources are available. We do have training facilities. We have one training facility that just opened not too long ago within the city of Opa-locka, and we try to connect that training institute with the developers in order to possibly have people to be transitioned from that training facility into job opportunities with that development.
Okay, and I appreciate that. So let me just say this to the manager. While we cannot make anybody do anything, if we do send out something to them or you have a meeting encouraging that and it is like refused or frowned upon or we don't want to do it, I'd like to know about it. I'd like to know about it because as you indicated, we do have some places here that do job, help folks to learn the skills, the trade, et cetera. So I'm very interested to make sure that that occurs going forward. And one of the things just jumps out at me, so I just got to say it. All trash and garbage containers shall comply with all city dumpster enclosure requirements. That just jumped out at me right in the middle of the thing. I don't know why I did. Maybe I'm having an epiphany moment because to me, a lot of times these folks, businesses come in, and even in the area where you're referencing that this possibly could be, dumpsters are there, but not enclosed, not whatever. So even with those kind of things, we need to do a better job. But I definitely look forward to seeing that coordination on the job opportunities. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Vice Mayor, if I may. So the city does have a new HR director. This will be the first project under her as our HR director. So I would say to Mr. Gay, tomorrow, make sure that you schedule a meeting with the HR director to make sure that this process is followed through.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay?
And she ready, Madam Manager. She about to shake her head and smile.
Mr. Mayor,
Commissioner Santiago.
thank you. Thank you. Let me see if I forget it, if I understand the whole complete question. In now, I think to the clerk or to the manager, in now city shadow that we have any rules that make us obligating any company or any investment people that they want to come to invest in money here in Opa-locka to telling them they more have to hiding some percent of people from the city? No. Okay. Because I want to give you that facility to people to come here and invest in money to not put in so hard for them. That's one. And the other one is, okay, I think that we had to do something regarding about us. Let's start by the house, us. This morning, I found, let me say, not a Hispanic man, but a very young guy and a beautiful person and very educated Afro-American kid, a young kid. And he told me, are you a commissioner for the city? Yes, I am. May I ask you a question? I said, yeah, why not? He asked me, I've been calling 2 of your colleagues for more than 3 weeks, and they don't answer the phone regarding about an application that he already making it 5 times. 5 times. I know it's not your department. But I say, and he from Opa-locka, born in Opa-locka, growing in Opa-locka, and the city don't even put attention to his application or to at least, give it a code to that person and let him know what's going on, if the position is going to be open or not. What I say to that a young person, because that's really, hurt me now with the thing that I heard about what we do in private company, but why we don't do it with us too, to take care of our people first, and people that they really interested and they educated or probably they have a good record. Why we don't try with them? Well, I don't know if he come to the office today, because I tell you, yes, go to the 4th floor and go to the close office and make an appointment with me Monday at 9 a.m. And I'm going to take care of that person. I think that we have to start in from there. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Gay, anything else? All right, we can go ahead and call the question.
Commissioner Bass,
Yes.
Commissioner Irvin,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kelly,
Yes.
Commissioner Santiago.
Yes.
Mayor Taylor.
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
All right, moving on to our ordinances 16A1.
An ordinance of the City Commission of the City of Opa-locka, Florida, amending Chapter 22 of the Land Development Regulations, Article 12, Division 5, entitled Water and Sewer Impact Fees, specifically amending Section 22-379F, entitled Legislative Findings, to change the name of the updated rate study consultant to Stantec Consulting Services, Inc., amending Section 22-385 entitled Computation of the Amount of Water and Sewer Impact Fee to update water and sewer and related facilities fees, amending Section 22-386 entitled Payment of Fee to update impact fee payment terms, providing for adoption of representations, providing for conflict and repealer, providing for severability, providing for inclusion in the code, providing for an effective date. This is sponsored by the city manager. It was deferred from the April 8th, 2026 regular commission meeting.
All right, this is a public hearing item. I entertain a motion at this time. Moved by Vice Mayor Kelly,
Second.
second by Commissioner Irvin. Madam Manager, go ahead and present it. We'll open up for public hearing.
The recommended amendments to the water and sewer and related facilities impact fees are necessary to ensure that adequate levels of services are provided and maintained for new growth in residential, commercial, and industrial areas. The existing impact fees are $1,439 per residential unit for water and $1,276 per residential unit for sewer are insufficient to meet the city's current and future infrastructure needs. Mr. Gay is available also to answer any questions.
All right, this is a public hearing item. Public hearing is open. Public hearing is closed. Any questions or concerns to Mr. Gay at this moment? Hearing none. Madam, sorry, Madam.
Well, I have some, but this is only first, so
Okay,
I'll just let it go.
all right, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Irvin,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kelly,
Yes.
Commissioner Bass.
Yes.
Mayor Taylor.
Yes.
Motion passes 4-0 first reading.
All right, moving on to item 2.
An ordinance of the City Commission of the City of Opa-locka, Florida, amending Chapter 22 of the Land Development Regulations, Article 12, Impact Fees, specifically amending Section 22-310F entitled Legislative Findings to update the methodology and analysis report title, amending Section 22-316A entitled Computation of the Amount of Public Safety Impact Fee to update the public safety public safety fee schedule, amending Section 22-317 entitled Payment of Fee to update impact fee payment terms, providing for adoption of representations, providing for conflict and repealer, providing for severability, providing for inclusion in the code, providing for an effective date. This is sponsored by the city manager. It was deferred from the April 8th, 2026 regular commission meeting.
All right, can I get a motion? Move, you said move. Move by Vice Mayor.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Irvin. This is a public hearing item. Madam Manager, go ahead and present, and then we'll open up for public hearing.
This item is similar to the previous previous approved item. However, this is to to change the impact fees for relating to our public safety. The current rate of 0.166 per square feet is insufficient to meet the city's current and future needs.
All right, this is a public hearing item. Public hearing is open. Public hearing is closed. Any questions or concerns to the manager at this time? Hearing none, Madam Clerk?
Vice Mayor Kelly,
Yes.
Commissioner Santiago.
Yes.
Commissioner Bass.
Yes.
Commissioner Irvin.
Yes.
Mayor Taylor.
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0 first reading.
All right, and last item for the night.
An
Madam
or-
Clerk, go ahead.
An ordinance of the City Commission of the City of Opa-locka, Florida, amending Chapter 22 of the Land Development Regulations, Article 12, Impact Fees, specifically amending Section 22-344F, entitled Legislative Findings, to update the Methodology and Analysis Report title, amending Section 22-350A, entitled Computation of the Amount of Park Impact Fee, to update the Park Impact Fee Schedule, amending Section 22-351, entitled Payment of Fee, to delete reference to Park Impact Fee Districts and update impact fee payment terms, deleting Section 22-352, entitled Park Impact Fee Districts, to delete reference to Park Impact Fee Districts, amending Section 22-353A, entitled Park Impact Fee Trust Funds established, to update the amount of Park Impact Fee Trust Funds, amending Section 22-354 entitled Use of Funds, to delete reference to Park Impact Fee Districts, providing for adoption of representations, providing for conflict and repealer, providing for severability, providing for inclusion in the code, providing for an effective date. This is sponsored by the city manager. It was deferred from the April 8th, 2026 regular commission meeting.
All right, this is a public hearing item. Public hearing is open. Public hearing is closed. All right, do we have any questions, concerns to the manager at this time?
Mr. Mayor.
Vice Mayor Kelly?
Thank you. I didn't say anything in the other two, but they really piled three. I would hope somewhere between now and second reading, just a line somewhere that could be added, a review after 2 years, just to see where we are. In fees, I know we haven't updated this since 2000 and whatever, but just doesn't cause for a change, just to make sure the commission just takes a look to see if we are where we ought to be, if something has changed dramatically because of growth or development or the like, to just take a look at it just in case. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Going into our city manager's report.
We don't vote.
Mr. Mayor,
I'm so sorry.
so I didn't get a motion in a second on 16A3.
No, okay.
Oh,
Vice Mayor Kelly saying about, Madam, yeah.
Yeah, me.
Commissioner Irvin. Commissioner Santiago.
Yes.
Commissioner Bass.
Yes.
Commissioner Irvin.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kelly.
Yes.
Mayor Taylor.
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0
I'm
first.
trying to hurry up because Commissioner Irvin told me that she got to go.
I do. I do.
So we're gonna go to our city manager's report. Madam Manager provided the report. Did you want to highlight something? You just want to
Yes.
just go in with questions?
So
You want to go ahead?
I did provide a written report. However, I'd like to provide a brief update on several ongoing items throughout the city. We continue to address current staff and vacancies with our Human Resources Department actively recruiting and working with department leaders to fill critical roles as efficiently as possible. Within our CIP division, progress continues on several initiatives. Also, staff have been looking into several possibilities for installing bus benches in various areas of the city, in vacant areas, and rehabilitating the existing bus benches or shelters that we have. Expanding these amenities will not only improve accessibility for our residents, but also create additional advertising opportunities, which was previously adopted by the commission and will be coming back. Additionally, my office has been in communication with the property manager of Glorietta Gardens Apartments. Management has indicated plans to procure new playground equipment for the site. We will continue to have those discussions in the upcoming weeks. It is the goal of the apartment complex and the city to have something installed by summer. The city does not have any financial contributions to add at this time, but we will support their initiative to install playground equipment over there. And also legislation was passed by the commission a while ago. I don't have anything else. I'll take any questions or concerns you may have at this
All
time.
right, any concerns to the manager? Questions?
I don't have a question or concern, but I would like to make a statement. I received, I want to say kudos to not just the manager's office, but to the staff. I received a call about dumping, and I tell you, Opa-locka is not the place to dump because our woman in charge, baby, huh, FBI at its finest, okay? They called me, they said we have a bunch of stuff that was dumped. By the time I called her, she called me right back with who it was that dumped it and how she was gonna get them because we are under surveillance by our manager. So not much happened in our city that she don't see or can't see. And I want to say thank you so much to you and your staff for getting that place cleaned up. Looked very nice after it was all done. Thank you. Opa-locka is not the place to dump. Not here. Thank you.
Commissioner Irwin, just to add to that, we have seen an increase in illegal dumping throughout the city. So we have been investing a lot of money for cameras citywide in various hotspots. So those cameras are being installed. We're not finished yet because it is a big cost. So we are doing them in phases and they will be monitored. We were able to catch a few people that were dumping, so we'll continue that effort.
Okay, before, you still have the floor, but because that was on one of my things I want to talk about, illegal dumping. And I'm gonna go back to what I said before, because we want to make sure that people know that this is not the place to dump. If you dump in Opa-locka, we need to figure out with the attorney that we need to blast these people. Blast these people. And maybe we can change the ordinance to the max, whatever we can charge them, the max. If it's $1 million, I want to charge them because we need to stop this. And that goes businesses, residents, anybody who illegally dumps in our city. So whatever that max is, work with the attorney's office, bring it back. If it's $1 million, let's do it. Because we all know what happened even with that situation, let's So I'm glad you brought that up because that was one of my things I want to talk about, illegal dumping. I'm gonna continue to ask you to do that. You still have the floor. I'm sorry.
And most of you all know that I walk every morning, and when I have residents that come that recognize who I am and say, "Hey, the city looks so pretty.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful," and I was like, "Well, we're trying," and she was like, "Oh, you all aren't trying. You're actually doing it. It's perfection. It's happening. You're doing it." That really makes me feel good as a commissioner, that people notice the hard work that staff is doing to make our city look beautiful. And I did share that with the manager. Now they didn't see on out there. But I just want to say to the manager, thank you, and thank your staff because they do the work and they probably don't get enough attaboys. So thank you all.
All right. Anyone next?
Vice Mayor.
Vice Mayor, for the man- Okay. For the manager.
Yeah. Thank you. To the manager, I don't think that we're gonna have the time because if I starting to say all the great things that you do together with your staff here in the city, we're gonna end in maybe at 1 a.m. in the morning. Because I see so many progress, so many beautification in the city with all the tree that you planting, around downtown area. Clean, the cities look very clean. It's not because I say it, because a lot of people told me, Opa-locka look real clean. And we working very hard for it. One of the things that we had to be sure is that all the new equipment that we installing all over the city around, especially in the area there, Cairo Lane and any other area, they really work. And we had somebody always, checking the videos or watching to see if we can catch these people that the mayor talking about and put it inside. And make them, we can punish them or something like that. Like some city do, you throw in something, they make you pick you up. You're gonna pick up, you're gonna clean it, and you're gonna clean it in another section. But the only way that we're gonna catch it is if we catch in the way that I catch the guy that broke in my signs. And we got it. We got the guy. And that's the way that we have to do. Thank you again for the great job that you do and the professional that you are, Madam Manager. I think that you run in the city very well. It's not only because I say it, because I have a very good comments and recommendation from the state that you do a great job. Thank you. And one of the things that I love from your department is that I can reach you 24 hours and you're not complaining.
Yeah.
7 days a week, 30 days a month, and 365 or 67 sometimes. Or
She got
60
a
days.
family. Don't reach out to her that way. That woman got kids.
That we can reach it and you always there for us. You doing a very good service. Thank you, man. I don't want to continue because if not, we're going to be longer.
All right.
Thank you for your good job.
Any other?
Yes, thank you. My sentiments exactly coming from Mayor Commission towards our city manager. I have called her as early as 7, whatever, on my way to work sometimes or whatever, and she always responds. And for that, I say thank you. Thank you for your leadership and to all of our heads, department heads who have done an awesome job. We're not flawless, but we're getting there. And with saying all of that, I think it's time for us to, if I'm not mistaken, get ready to look into our city manager's eval.
Yeah, I started mine already.
So we need to,
The city manager what?
evaluation.
That comes off the evaluation.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
So we need to put that on our to-do list.
And it's coming what from 0 to 100?
From where?
From 0 to all the way 100? Oh.
Anyone else? All right, I close it out and then we start our commission report. Madam Manager, the only thing I would like is to reach out to Miami-Dade County to see if we can reroute that bus. Because I don't understand why they turn here, come across, there's no bus stops here, and then go back out in front of this building as opposed to just going straight up Alibaba. But they come down the street, turn in front of City Hall, make a left, and you know why I'm asking that because every time they make that turn, they tear up our tree. But there's no reason for them to make that turn because there is no bus stop in that area. And if there is a bus stop, it's only a block over, so we can maybe get it relocated. So that's that. We already talked about the illegal dumping, and I also want to highlight the great things that we are doing in the social services department. Y'all know I've been trying to get that department up and running for some years now, and we've been able to assist 30 cases for rental assistance, 15 cases home repair, the down payment assistance 7 cases, utility assistance 2 cases, homeless support 3 cases, and we were even able to provide legal support for 3 cases. And we know what we can't do. We stand as a conduit to help people get to where they need to go. So there's no wrong door in the city of Opa-locka when it comes. So you can find answers here. So thank you for that. And I'm really excited about the work that our staff, Brandon and yeah, I forgot her name, but you know what I'm talking about. So we can move on to our official board reports. Madam Clerk, are there any?
No, Commissioner report.
No, Mr. Mayor.
All right. And last but not least, we can go to our commission reports. We'll start
Dr. Commissioner Shelley.
Commissioner Irvin. You ready?
I don't have a lot. We missed last meeting, so I'll just start with what's happened since then. As some of you all may know, that I was challenged by the mayor. And on May 23rd, we're having a slip and slide kickball game. And if I haven't approached you yet to be on my team, please see me to be on my team.
Mayor Taylor's accepted applications to be on my what you mean you the first one?
She was the first one I called. I need her sons.
I got Joanna, so that's all about it.
No, she's not playing. Her sons
I
are.
got Joanna's sons.
Hopefully.
How about that?
We change it to Sunday.
So it is going to be Team Mayor Taylor against Team Commissioner Irvin. And it's gonna happen May 23rd at 3 p.m. I summoned you and your wife already. Don't switch out. Yes. And also, May 8th bingo is our happy birthday bingo, our 100th birthday bingo. And we will have an Arabian themed bingo. And just so that folk would know, because my seniors of all people asked me, was there a specific attire? Because this particular senior wanted to be a belly dancer. And I welcome the idea. So if you think you want to come to bingo and be a belly dancer, please come. But it's Arabian theme as we celebrate our 100th birthday bingo. Um, come out. We have fun. Thank you.
All right. Vice Mayor?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I probably should have went last, but I'm gonna go ahead. I feel all the love in the room. I really love it. But I guess I'm always the one that has to kind of make thoughts known. Nobody probably is more supportive of the manager than I am, and she knows that. But under my report, we held our monthly Meet Me Monday community meeting the other week, and it was a lively discussion on a lot of issues, boiling down to code enforcement, public safety, and of course, public works. And there was a lot of discussion and a lot of the statements that we're making, which are true. If you call the manager, she's going to respond instantaneously. The challenge I have is we shouldn't have to be calling the manager for some of the things that's going on. And I sit at that meeting for almost 2 hours because residents were very frustrated about the simple things of grass cutting, maintenance, as we all have identified the last couple of weeks, illegal dumping or just dumping, dumpsters overgrown, etc. And everyone is correct. When we call the manager's going to respond. The challenge I have is the manager should not have to be responding. She's going to wear herself out. But number two, the other folks under, they should see those same things and address them. And so I'm asking our manager the next meeting Monday, if possible, to have those three departments there, especially. If not, I'll do what I always do. It'll be a longer meeting because I understood the frustration right down in the historic City Hall, the way it looked. I had been out of town, so I hadn't seen it, but I made a business to ride by it the day after, and it looked just overgrown and thrown away. And of course, I know that we have a contractor and we have ways of doing things, but to the public, it's an eyesore. It shouldn't look that way. Public safety, loud noise, 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I've got residents sending me videos and tapes, and yes, I call you, you respond. I shouldn't have to call you when the officer's on duty. We've got a police chief, we've got majors, we've got all these folks around here. We've got whoever's in charge on these shifts. They should hear that same loud noise the residents are hearing. I brought it to your attention. I said on numerous occasions about some of these things. Some of these are not dropping, whatever you want to call it. They're things that should just be done. They should just be done. Whether it's cutting grass, whether it's picking up piles, why can't we just pick up the tree limb in the medium? Why can't we just make sure certain areas are cut? Why do I have to call the manager? Why I got to call an elected official for things that should be done? Rather than sending me pictures of folks 3, 4 deep in the truck, what are they doing? I don't know. I know folks work, some of them work hard, but our residents are demanding even more because the taxes they pay as well as we pay, they pay. So, Madam Manager, I've said to you on many occasions, I'm your biggest supporter. Some of the folks under you need to tighten up. You need to really have a heart-to-heart with folks who want to do their job and who want to make sure it gets done. Because at the end of the day, the taxpayers are the ones who are really in charge. And yes, when we call you, you're going to come, you're going to ride the city. I see you riding. People tell me you're riding, but other folks that are riding. They're riding every day, and gas is $4 a gallon. I just filled up my truck, and I had to spend almost 90. So I can imagine what some of these other city vehicles are. So it needs to be addressed. It needs to be addressed. And it's something that came out in the Florida Black Caucus conference we went through that me and my colleagues shared. And I always think of it, but it really just made it more aware when it was said by both our keynote speakers, the urgency of now, the importance of things getting done now while you're able to get them done, and the expectation people have of elected officials, and the urgency of getting things done that you can get done in the capacities you can get it done. And so I want to challenge that to you, Madam Manager. I really want to challenge that to you and to your directors that work under you, that they need to not have you have to call them. When we call you, that something gets done. They should see it. They see a limb, pick it up. They see a light pole out, make a call to somebody that says out. Residents have to come call us. I got calls Opa-locka Boulevard and other areas with the lights out. My only response was, I know we did a lighting survey to see the lights that are out, but some of those are our lights. They're not FPL lights. We can change that bulb. It needs to be done. It needs to be done. You cannot be everywhere 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That's why you have staff under you. And some of your folks get paid good money. And folks under them get paid good money. I like the love. I like the fact you're there, you're doing. I love it. But I also don't like the fact that folks get paid, they ought to be doing a job. They ought to be doing their job. And so now I'm not going to get any more specific. I'll deal with that in private with you. But you know, I always say, and everybody knows, I'll always go private before I go public. But it needs to change. And I'm going to also say this to you in a general sense. I'm hearing a lot of things. I've been out of town 2 weeks, really. A lot of things in some of these departments, a lot of challenges going on, and folks not getting along, and fires here and smoke screens there. At the end of the day, everything falls under you because you're the city manager. You are the city manager, and you're the one that all 5 of us are going to come to you when challenges occur. So I'm just going to put that out there to you, and I make that request, meet me Monday. I also want to say that and encourage all of us for our upcoming initiatives, as we say, a farm share May 6th, and invite everyone to our National Day of Prayer on May the 7th, both at 12 and 6 p.m., hosted by Commissioner Santiago and Commissioner Bass, because we know everybody can't make the 12 o'clock noon at Helen Miller. There'll be one at 6 p.m. Outdoors at Historic City Hall. We have the tents up for the National Day of Prayer. We're also working on the Arabian Nights Gospel on May 17th at 4 p.m. Asking all of our churches, community singers, anyone that wants to participate, please let us know. And we're also working on our annual Haitian American Heritage Month reception. We've got a schedule for 5 p.m. before our second commission meeting in May, because we know we moved our meetings up. So asking everyone to be a part of that. We are a diverse community, a brotherhood and sisterhood, and although it's not a budget event, I still believe we need to have something recognize all of our residents, and that is also a segment of our community that I never want to leave out, so everybody can be a part of that as well. Again, I want to thank you again, Madam Manager, for what you do, but I think you understand where I'm coming from, and also because so much has been going on and just getting back in town. The fishing fund for this Saturday, I'm going to defer until June, so that'll ease up a little bit, because I know the staff has been a lot overworked as well. I want to just end by saying that again, commend my colleagues that did go to the trip, and our mayor who serves on the executive board for the conference we attended. I thought it was very engaging and very enlightening and powerful as well. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Commissioner Santiago?
Oh, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Well, in my report, I start I'd like to start to say how wonderful and happy that I feel in Tampa, together with Mike Cali in my first Florida Black Casco meeting. Oh, I really enjoying it, and I believe my brothers they really like me. Oh yes, we enjoying it. We pass a good moment out there, and probably we enjoying it. Very good treatment that they're giving to us, and we learn a lot about what really we are here in the community. This is something good to go and share whatever ideas and all the news that they bring to us from everywhere, from especially from Tallahassee, and that made me thinking about my community and the way that we had to serve them. Um, and prepare for something big is gonna come, especially to the state of Florida, and it's our hands to make that possible change in the whole state of Florida. In November 3rd, we're gonna have a big election all over the United States, and we had to participate in it and make people to come out and do the right things to change the future of this nation, the future of that state, and the future of our city. That's the reason why I'm be prepared to bring events or of things that helping the people to be ready for the next two coming election in August and November. Very important election. May 5th, we're gonna have an event in Shavandi Park. We don't have the flyer yet, but I think that we have the letters that they're gonna be sending on Friday all over the residents. Because we're gonna have the supervisor of election, Alina Garcia, and the tax collector, Dario Fernandez, helping us to register new people for voting and to change, because there's a lot of people in Opa-locka that I know, they moved the last 2 years or the last year and a half for another city, and they don't have changing the voting cards or the license address. And let me say, it's going to be very hard now for go to the post and put your vote there. They're going to asking you for documentation. They're going to asking you for the right address. And if they don't match when your license is going to be a problem. And that's how we had to make the people prepare. We're going to be here serving the community May 5th. I believe that's from 3 to 7, 5 to 7. 5 to 7:30, we're gonna have Chavandi open for everybody that they need to change the address in the license, they change the address for the voting card, and let's go to do the right thing in November 3rd, and in August 20, that for the primary, election. We're gonna be in contact. We're gonna have the flyers out very soon, and all the residents in Opa-locka, they're gonna receive a letter by mail. Also, I like to say, thank you to my colleague. She said to not say nothing. I'm gonna leave it to you, the chess and dominoes. Oh, okay, that's okay. Are you sure? All right. We're gonna celebrate it now every first Sunday of the month, because I see there were a lot of people, enjoying it the last time. And these people, they ask me, why we don't do it on Sunday, but we started to do it on Sunday. We're waiting for you again, May 3rd. May 3rd from 3 to 5. From 3 to 5. We're waiting for you out there. Another thing that I had to say is thank you again, Madam Manager, for all the help that you're giving to us when all these events and everything, is be possible because you're working hard for us. Thank you.
All right, Commissioner Bass?
Thank you. I want to say thank you to the clerk's office, most especially Nova, for the hard work that she put into the event that we had earlier today to celebrate Earth Day. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. To the manager's office, thank you for always supporting us and what we do. Your hard work does not go unnoticed. And that's it for me.
All right, and I'll be really quick, Madam Manager. Under my report is the financial oversight. Do we have an update, or are we still waiting on the? We have an update. Ms. Gant.
Good evening, Naeem again, Director of Finance. So we had a virtual meeting on the 10th of April with the Watson Rice Group. That's the group doing our efficiency audit. And they had the schedule compromised due to March 30th deadlines for other entities that submit their annual financial reports by March 30th. So we were on their back burner, but now that that date has passed, we are now on the front of their agenda. So we are back and working with them again.
Okay.
We have been pending a response for several weeks, and that was the reason why.
All right, did they give a date or that they will respond, or
No, sir.
we don't know the findings yet?
No, sir.
Okay, so we're still
But we are still in,
I know you're in.
yes, we're
communication with-
still exchanging conversation
Okay.
information, yes.
Also
absolutely.
the audit.
Oh, and the external audit, yes, we're still working every day on our financial audit, which is being conducted by CBIZ Markham. Working hard on that every day.
Okay, speaking of that, this is nothing to do with the city, but Madam Manager and the Finance Director. Last night at the CRA board, we passed the 2023-24 audit. So it was already submitted to the state, but it was late from getting to the board. So I just want to make sure that we're in sync with the CRA so that we're all doing it at the same time.
Yes,
As
sir.
opposed to, because this is a year later, the state has already approved, state has already went through it, but it has just not come to the board. And I know it came to the commission, but it didn't go to the CRA board.
You saying their audit?
The audit. The audit.
The CRA audit doesn't come, we don't prepare the CRA.
I know that, but we submitted as one packet. That's my point. I just want to make sure that
No, we submitted separate, and the CRA audit was behind when we went to Tallahassee. They did mention that.
no, but I thought we submitted it together.
No, the city's audit is totally separate from the CRA.
No, I know it's separate,
And
but I
we
thought we
submitted
submitted it.
separate. No, because we can't wait on their audit to submit ours, so we submit ours.
So then my next question is, so what we passed last night at the CRA, the 2003-24, has already been to the state, right?
We have not.
Okay, so that's a question to Jason.
Yes.
Because that was
Yeah.
very concerning last.
Yes.
I brought it up
Yeah, we
last night.
pass it.
It was,
Was very concerning.
and he
was
said
it
the
that
audit
we-
report?
Yeah. The one
But
that
we
comes to
don't,
commission
but we don't send anything
I
on
have a
behalf of the
question.
CRA.
Mr.
So,
Mr. Mayor.
Okay.
and we're not,
Got it.
on
Right.
those
I
correspondence.
know, I should have said that. But I will go with Jason on that. But that was my, we'll talk about it. But I
Mr.
think you know where I'm going with that. Do you have a question?
Yeah, Mr. Mayor, it's a comment that I'm gonna do. Okay, regarding about the finance reports that we had to send into the state. I have a very good report about your finance department too. The hard that you people be working, and together with the new people that you hired into to helping. Okay, but whatever happened last night, we're gonna discussion in another day. When Jason, but one of the things is, Madam Manager, like the way your department sending the bills or sending everything for the state to be checked on time. We have to do it when everybody, because one of the complaints that I have, and one of the points that I have that we need to fix, we have to send things on time, not 7 or 8 months after the matter. They don't like that idea at all. And I don't want to see that they talking very good about finance department. I don't say, but we have to be very careful with that because I love to go out of the oversight.
Commissioner,
of the state.
we submit invoices upon receipt of them. If we don't get the invoice, then we can't submit them to the state. So when we get the invoice, we submit it to the state.
Well, I'm going to keep an eye from now on because I want every little bill that we spend in the city to be reported to the state right away, not months or years after. That's the reason why we're in trouble.
All right. All right, real quick. So thank you, Madam Finance.
You're welcome.
Director, Ms. Garrett. Thank you. Great report. So I want to thank all of my colleagues for supporting me in the Black Caucus, helping me get right back on the executive board. Thank you for your support. I got reelected to the executive board.
I couldn't support because I had to attend the job that pays me for.
That's
real.
fine.
Okay.
But I will say Opa-locka is one of two cities, the only city that all of the members are part of the Black Caucus. And they made mention of that. Also, tomorrow, we're having Books and Burgers right here as we celebrate National Library Week. It'll be right in front of our library where you can get free books and burgers. It's sponsored by myself and Commissioner Bass. And we know that tomorrow is Take Your Child to Work Day. So, Madam Manager, we extended it
Where's
to
burger
the
be served?
kids. Huh?
Where's the burger gonna be served?
Downstairs. Chief is on the grill. She's the grill
Oh,
master for tomorrow.
Okay.
She just don't know it yet. She just found out. And also, we know that our tax collector has committed to bringing driver's license services once a month to the city of Opa-locka, and they'll be back on May 1st. So they're coming the first Friday of every month. So the next date is May 1st, right here in front of Historical City Hall.
May 1st.
May 1st. We know that our centennial schedule is out. And last but not least, and this is one of the things I'm really proud of. So one of the highest recognitions that a city can get in the United States is an all-American recognition. The city of Opa-locka, we applied, me and the manager and with the help of our CIP department, we applied for that recognition. And out of all the municipalities that got it, Opa-locka became top 20. So we're in the
Wow.
finalists to become an all-American city.
In the nation.
And yeah. So that's one of the top recognitions that a municipality can receive. So we are preparing now. The commission will get information on it I think it's in June. They want us to come up to defend why we should be an all-American city. And out of the 20 that they selected, they're going to narrow it down to 10 municipalities. And we are hopeful and prayerful that the city of Opa-locka will be named
They're gonna
an
take it to Washington?
all-American city. That is one of the highest recognitions any municipality can get. Also, I want to bring to your attention that we know our centennial week is 14, 15, 16, and 17, but there is a commission meeting that Wednesday. I spoke to the manager to see if is there anything pressing on the agenda to maybe either cancel that meeting if it's the will of the commission or move it to another day, because that's a long week. It's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And the city's birthday is that Thursday. Somebody said,
It's up to the manager. There's no pressing items.
yeah, that's
The items that you have for second reading would they be on that agenda?
Yes.
That's the thing. I mean, unless you advertise it and have it early or a different date or something. That's the only reason I would see.
I can work with the clerk in the attorney's office, primarily the clerk on the advertising. Since it just.
but you haven't started yet with advertisement.
No, it hasn't been
Okay.
advertised
So
yet.
I'm not opposed to canceling that meeting and pushing everything back to the 27th meeting, which is the Wednesday after the last Wednesday of, is that, yeah, the 27th. The last one is the other month. But like I told you, same thing Vice Mayor just said, you gotta let us know if there's pressing items. But we will need to,
So as of right now, we don't have the items yet.
okay.
The only items that I know of are the ones that passed today for first reading, and
Okay.
those we can certainly defer those.
But we have a meeting the first week, the May,
That's what we're trying to figure out.
Mr. Mayor,
Vice Mayor?
I guess can we ask the clerk in terms of notification, because there's no items that she's aware of, then I would suggest just go ahead and cancel that one. And if something comes up that she needs to do under a special, she could do that.
We do a special meeting.
Unless the clerk, I mean, from a time frame.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes, ma'am.
You're speaking in terms of advertising,
Mhm.
so I would just need to be provided with the date, but I do have one item that was submitted from Miami-Dade County Supervisor of Elections. They're requesting an agreement to use the Senior Citizens Building as a polling place for the upcoming elections and moving forward. And I had submitted that request to be on the May 13th meeting. I did reach out to see what the time frame was for me to get that back to them, and they said within 30 days. So I've had it for like a week now. I'm not sure we'll exceed that 30-day period, but I can reach back out to them to see if they can extend that deadline.
What we can do is hold the commission, Madam Clerk, Madam Manager, for a special meeting in the daytime between now and whatever. And then anything that you have that's pressing, we can add on that agenda and just do a date certain. But I guess you have to poll the commission to see when you can get a quorum. And then we'll just go ahead and cancel the 13th meeting if that's okay with you all.
Yeah.
So the meeting will be canceled, Madam Clerk, and then you can do a special meeting for that particular item. And then any pressing items that the manager may have on that meeting. All right, so other than that, we can go out and close out, but I want to say that today is Administrative Professionals Day, and I want us to honor our clerk, who is the city clerk for the city of Opa-locka, and the commission's chief administrator, I say that, administrator, and I also want to acknowledge Ms. M,
They don't give me.
who serves as the legislative assistant to the mayor's office and Commissioner Santiago's office, and to Ms. Nova Lee, who serves as the administrative legislative assistant to Commissioner Bass, Vice Mayor Kelly, and Commissioner Urban. So we thank you all for a job well done. We know that we call y'all a lot and we get on y'all nerves as we lean on y'all for everything. So we thank you. We thank you, Ms. M, Madam Clerk, Ms. Flo, and Ms. Nova for your hard work and dedication to your job and to the city of Opa-locka. So with that being said, can I get a motion to adjourn? Moved by Commissioner Urban, second by Commissioner Santiago. This meeting is adjourned.
This is your man.
That's yours.
Oh my God.